believe I started the recording. Just a couple more minutes and we'll get started right at 1:30. Megan, we were looking to see if the spotlight feature would be a better do the thing. I'm not sure how that appears for everybody else though.
Spotlight's fine, but that would mean someone would have to monitor it for whenever the interpreters switch out about every 20
Oh,
minutes. But I think Candace said everything was fine because she could multi-pin, so she could see both of
okay.
us fine.
Okay.
And she's
Then I'm
saying,
gonna,
yes, that was fine.
okay, I will remove the spotlight.
Okay.
We're trying something. So, wait, it's right at 1:30. Let's go ahead and get started. Um, well, welcome and warm summer greetings to everyone here. I'm so glad you've joined us this afternoon. My name is Amy Ramirez, and I have the pleasure to serve as Executive Director of Curriculum Management, and I'm honored to help with the planning for Curriculum Team Day. I want you to know that there are a lot of people involved in the planning and execution of this important event for the institution, and only a few of them you're going to hear from today. The purpose of this meeting, I'm sharing my screen, right? Yeah, yeah. The purpose of this meeting is to equip you with the information you need to help your teams complete their action items on Curriculum Team Day. By the time we log off, you will know exactly what your team is being asked to do as far as this list is concerned, along with who is asking and how to submit it. For those of you who may be new, Curriculum Team Day is a twice annual event designed to help curriculum teams engage with each other, review data, discuss programs and courses, and make plans that improve student outcomes. Underneath this work are real compliance requirements, and LSCS is aiming to do actually better for our students and our community by going well past compliance. As you as lead faculty for your programs at your campuses are essential to the success of the institution and to achieving the goals set forth by our chancellor. On behalf of Academic Affairs, thank you so much for engaging in this work. A few quick logistics before we start. We have this meeting scheduled until 3 p.m. and I intend to end on time or early. We are recording this meeting as well as the one on Monday, and the better of the two recordings will be posted. So you do not need to take notes on procedure. You will have it to refer back to on Curriculum Team Day itself. Please stay on mute unless you're asking a question, and put questions in the chat at any time. Anna Woolley is watching the chat for me and will bring questions forward. You can also unmute when I prompt for questions after each item. So before we get into the action items list, which is really the heart of this meeting, I want to remind everyone of the resources available on the website at lonestar.edu/curriculum team day. So the curriculum team SharePoint. So really we're focusing on the related links on the right-hand navigation. The curriculum team day SharePoint link, it links to all of the recent events in case you need something from a prior cycle. Today we're focused on fall of 2026. The action items list instructions. This is going to tell you how to get started with your team's custom list. We will be reviewing the master list of items in a few minutes. There's the agenda for the day, which will provide a link to the menu, and well, we're working on getting that posted. I'm not going to spoil it, but breakfast, lunch, and dessert are all covered, and there are options for most dietary needs. And then there are the maps and room assignments. There's an annotated campus map, and your team's assigned rooms are posted here in two ways. In an alpha order by team name and sorted by building and rooms. The Dean facilitators tell me that that second version by building and room is the handy one where they're making their rounds as they visit their teams. Any questions about that so far? I'm going to click in here while we do that. They're showing you the Curriculum Team Day SharePoint site. And I mentioned an archive. Here are the archive of the prior events, and we're going to go into fall of 26. I'm leaning on Anna to let me know if anybody raised their hand. I think you should be able to unmute. Let me know if there are any difficulties with that. Okay, support for the day. I want to show you the agenda real quick as well. So on Curriculum Team Day at LSC North Harris, we're going to have some resource tables so you can connect directly with teams inside academic affairs. There are going to be 3 areas represented. First, we're going to have library technical services, and they can help with covering acquisitions, cataloging, digital resource management, and discovery systems. Institutional effectiveness will also be there covering ACEs, PLO and SLO assessment, core assessment, faculty credentials audit, and program review. So if you have a question about your assessment data, this is the fastest answer you will get all year. Online support will also be available. That's including our instructional designers and the D2L team. And I'm hearing that there are still some major enhancements coming in D2L that you'll want to hear about that from them directly. So the action items list, let's minimize this here. The action items list represents the guided work that is required of the institution. And it's just part of your team's meeting agenda. It's not the whole of it. A customized list is created for each team, so your list will not look identical to the team next door. The list is an interactive form built in Kuali Build, and remember, we moved to this tool last year in August for the Fall 25 Curriculum Team Day. And since then, we've made some adjustments based on your feedback. Most notable improvements are providing instructions for getting you back into the form that you already started. So if you need to step out and return later, your work is waiting for you. And by the way, and also important is that while one person on the team can start the form, once you have that generated, anybody else on the team can access and collaborate on the form together. So other people can be adding information into the form at the same time. Thing to remember is that the person who started the form needs to be the person who then, when it's all done, submits it. So somebody start it, everybody can work on it separately on their laptops, and then the person who started it needs to end it by submitting it. Your team submission is due by the end of curriculum team day. The responses are going to be reviewed by the action item owners. This is not paperwork that disappears into a drawer. What you write shapes the quality of the outcomes for the institution. So instructions for accessing your team's action items will be in your team's folder. I'm going to navigate to that real quick in the site. So we're in the SharePoint site in 2026 fall. I'm going to pick on accounting. Look, there's a link that says start here, action items form link and instructions. I'm going to click on that, and here are the instructions. It's like looks like yay, we're finding it. So here are the instructions, and it has a link to the form itself. And then all of the information here. This is going to be repeated once you get inside the form, by the way. So might as well just use this link here and get into the action items form. There we go. If my team had started a form, I would be able to see it here. If there was a list of it, curriculum team day, there's going to be about 100 forms. If I didn't see it, I would search for it here, and it would start filtering. There's nothing here to do. So that tells me that my team hasn't started a form. I'm going to start a new one. And it starts with, if I scrolled up, there's the repeat of the action items instructions, all of that there. And then it jumps me down so that I can really get started by entering my team's information. So if you have any feedback on the form or you need any help, we'd love to hear from you. You can access the help desk. That's also linked on the instructions. There's also a survey after curriculum team day, and you're welcome to email me at any time. Want to be sure that you can do what you need to do and move on. So here we are with the team information. And here's how we're going to do this today. I'm going to give you a quick orientation to the form itself, plus a few pointers to get you started. I hope that you find the design is intuitive enough, that it gives you instructions to do the work. Then we're going to go through each item. Now, each of these items are supported by a team within academic affairs or in administration, and that area will give you an overview of their item and the instructions for completing it. And then I'll prompt you for questions after each of the items.
Amy, can
Okay.
you please show again how you got to the start this form, please?
Yes. So the easiest way is to go to the Curriculum Team Day site and find your team's folder. So if I were accounting, I'm in the accounting folder. Let's go back a level. We're in fall. Here's accounting or whatever your team is. Click to open there, and then it has a link that says start here. And what that does is opens up the instructions. Within the instructions, it tells you what's happening, how to navigate, what to do if you need help. And right at the top, there's the link to the action items form. So you just click on that, and it takes you right into build. Now, if I'm already logged in, so I cheated. But if you need to log in, if it prompts you to log in, that is the Lone Star single sign-on. So you just enter your usual Lone Star email and password, and you're right in. It's the same one you use to get into the computer and everything else within Lone Star. It's a single sign-on.
Amy, quick question. If I'm not seeing the link yet, does that mean they just haven't been populated in the folders?
The instructions sheet.
No, the link to create a new one. You said those were within our individual curriculum team folders?
So it's within the start here. Do you have the start here in your folder yet?
No, I don't. That's what I was just saying. Does that mean it just hasn't been populated yet?
Correct. Yeah. Well, it's just a URL. And we'll add it in there. You can look in accounting and get the URL.
Well, the thing is that I just went and I'm where you are right now, but
Okay.
you know that button that says new, I don't see that. It doesn't show on mine.
Okay, good. Good. So thank you for noticing
I'll see you.
that. Thank you for noticing that. There is a reason there. So we use this meeting and the Monday meeting to present the items. Often there's not often, sometimes there's a little bit of tweaking based on feedback and interaction during these meetings. So an action item may be adjusted as a result. So we hold on you starting your forms until after we've had the meetings, and then we'll open it up to you can start your forms.
Okay.
But that allows us to present it, get any feedback, questions, things that might need to be tweaked. We can tweak it, and then we open it up.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing anything because I was following with you, but okay, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you noticing that.
We have a couple questions in the chat that I think we should get to before we start the form
Okay.
itself. Heather asked, and I can answer this, is there a way to get a PDF of everything submitted afterwards to make sure that it's shareable with whoever wasn't present? Yes, I'm gonna have it so that once y'all complete the form, you get an email with the PDF of the completed form, the whole team. And then Megan asked if there's a preferred browser. I can answer that too. No, I usually use Google Chrome, but Firefox and Safari, probably everything. I haven't heard any reported issues with any browsers other than, oh yeah, no issues with any other browsers. And then Evan wants to know if we want them to follow along as you walk us through it.
No, do not want you to be doing, well, actually you can't follow along. So we're going to present each of the items, all of the items actually, for all teams. We're going to walk through that. You can't follow along because you can't create your document yet, as we just mentioned. So please stay with me, follow along here so that we can talk about each of the items. Now, there are going to be 11 items, but not all teams, well, there is actually no team that has all 11 items. So it's based on the team and the conditions as to which items your team's form will actually see. So you won't have, nobody will have all 11 items.
I had asked that before you had said that,
Okay.
so sorry about that.
All good.
I was wondering that when I go to the Start Here section, it brings me to last year's forms and last year's everything. Is that how it should be?
No, well, we'll check your link. We'll check your link.
Medical radiologic technology.
Yeah, you'll have it. You will have the right link. Thank you.
Yep.
And to answer Mary, the Monday meeting is going to be the same. Option 1, option 2, you don't have to attend both. One of them is fine. Okay. Anything else? Did I start one? Yeah, I started one. I'm gonna get right into pick the team. We're gonna get started here. I actually have an example team that pulls up all 11 items. It shows 13, but you subtract out the start here and the submit, and you've got just 11 items. So you pick your team. It by default wants to pull in fall of 26. It's going to tell you some information about your team, the team type, the careers that you cover, the area of study that it would be, and then also your curriculum coordinator within curriculum management. So here's the person and how to contact them. Also to list your program information, all of the programs and the awards within the programs, and the locations where those are offered. I love to pick on accounting just to show you what that looks like. Programs, career. Jocelyn is the coordinator this year for accounting, and accounting has these programs here, the professional accountancy and the accounting program. And these awards are at these locations here. So can be helpful information to remind the team. Going back to example. Okay. Then there's the link to the SharePoint site. So we're kind of referring back in all the ways. Now let's get started with the first action item. It's going to be, as you get every fall, please vote on your curriculum team chair. So curriculum management is the contact for this action item. And I believe Priscilla Martin is going to, she was the director of curriculum management, is going to share a little bit about this action item. Priscilla?
Hi, thank you, Amy. Welcome everybody. Glad to have you all here. Yes, for this item, the curriculum teams have the option to alternate their curriculum team chair, right? The curriculum team chair is the person who really helps to keep the administrative type things on track to ensure that the curriculum team meeting minutes are turned in, the action items list is completed and submitted. That might not be the person who starts the form, but they are going to be the ones that are responsible to help make sure all those kind of administrative tasks are completed and help keep the team on time. So if the team chooses to vote for a new curriculum team chair, this is where we would ask that you submit that information. It is also helpful to know if the chair does not change. So could also provide that information just to let us know that that is going to remain the same person. I know some teams will keep a chair for 2 years and then kind of transition that, but other teams have had some longstanding chairs that have honored that commitment for a bit longer. So the team has that choice to do the vote, change their chair, but we want to make sure that you all are submitting that information here so that we can update the curriculum team roster. And if you have any questions, our contact information is there at the top of the action item, so you'll know who to contact.
Okay, wonderful. I entered the person that was voted in the curriculum team representative line. If I had any comments, I would add comments here. And look, after every item, it says, please click save. It is saving as you go, but we just want to make sure the technology does the thing.
I'm a little old school. I grew up at a time where you were supposed to save after everything. So just for giggles, always click that save button. I'm with Amy on that. Always click that save button just to make sure that it's there.
Save and save often. That's what we said. Okay, so that is voting on the curriculum team chair. Do we have any questions about this item? Okay, hearing none so far, move to the next item. And this one I'm very excited about, and I hope I can get y'all excited about it as well. We had a committee, we got a committee together, faculty, deans, curriculum team members, and some people from system office in the different support areas. And we reviewed the curriculum team handbook that existed through last spring. Did y'all know there was a curriculum team handbook? Well, many people did not, but I'm on a campaign now to let you know it is bigger and better than ever. And it's hot off the press. Like literally, we just got it back from marketing. So we're trying to bring awareness that there's a curriculum team handbook. It should help give you some guidance on doing all the things. And if you have any questions or feedback on that, we would want to hear from you as well. So there's a link there. It opens up the curriculum team handbook in I don't know why it goes to that page, but there it is. There's the curriculum team handbook. Very exciting. It is a short 45 pages. It's light reading, I promise, but it helps, I think, address a lot of the questions that we've filtered over the last couple of years, and this handbook has been overdue for an update. So glad we got it done. Hope you find it useful. Happy to receive any feedback. So this action item is very simple in that we say, hey, go and read it. You're not expected to review the handbook in its entirety today, but do it, right? It helps, it's the rules for engagement. And then for this item, just acknowledge that it's done. You got it. You're going to do it. Thank you. Save. And we're going to move on to the next one. Any questions about the new curriculum team handbook? I hope y'all are just, yeah, yes, Dr. Hewlett. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that.
This is Ellen. I have a quick question, Amy.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yeah.
So yes, I never knew about the handbook until I was asked to serve on that committee. So thank you. And is there that clean link maybe on the SharePoint site, or do you have to kind of click, click, click?
This goes directly to that handbook. It is also on the curriculum team site. So if I went over to the curriculum team site, which is in SharePoint, you'd think I have it here. Here is the curriculum team SharePoint site, and I'm going to click on this link here. Anna updated it. Here we go. She did.
I couldn't
She
see
did.
what
Yay.
Yeah, I couldn't see what you clicked on because your little face is in the way on my iPad,
Oh my
but
God.
I will figure it out. So
I'll get it up. It is. It's on the
It's right there.
right-hand navigation under welcome curriculum team members, then go to the right and it's helpful resources, curriculum team handbook.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for serving on that committee, also work group, sorry. Okay, we're back to the form. We acknowledged it. We clicked save. We're moving to the next item. The next item is SLO assessment. There is some action required and the team's required to complete this. All academic transfer, discipline and program teams, and all workforce credit program teams. Your contact is Dr. Sherelle Laster, Director of Institutional Assessment. Dr. Laster, I turn it over to you.
Okay, all right. Well, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Amy, Curriculum Management, for putting this together. So much work goes into making this happen. So thank you. We do have several updates in the Office of Institutional Assessment. So SLO assessment, you guys probably know the drill, but we're asking curriculum teams to complete the closing the loop activities for spring 26. We want you to use those spring 26 SLO aggregate reports. Those are in your fall 26 CT Day folders. And then of course, we want you also to use those forms. Remember, for spring 2026, it's important to note that all of the fields related to final results, interpretation of results, and then recommendations for improvement, all of those items should be completed. And of course, that's due September 15th for the closeout for spring 2026. Now, you should be also opening the loop for fall 2026, and that's going to be using your SLO assessment forms in planning. Remember, you're creating 4 SLO assessment forms. That's identifying, 2 courses and then 2 SLOs per course. Those are all done in planning. And of course, that's for the new academic year, and that will be due September 15th. And so all of that information is in your Fall 26 CT Day folders. Questions? One other thing to note is that we do have all of your timelines. Those are on the SLO assessment website. So if you're looking for when things are going to be due or when emails are going to go out, you have those in your folders, but you also have those on the SLO assessment website as well. And then you can reach out if you have questions.
Thank you, Dr. Laster. Not hearing any questions. So once you have gone and followed the instructions and done what is needing to be done, then come back and confirm that you did it, or say I'm unable to complete and provide an explanation below. and then click save. If you had any other comments about the item, you could put your comments here. And then you're ready to move on to the next item. Next is going to be PLO assessment. That's a 2-year rotation. There is action required. Teams required to complete the action item are all academic and workforce credit program teams. Again, your contact is Dr. Sherelle Laster. Sherelle?
Yes. So in AY 25-26, the curriculum teams, they should have assessed the remaining PLOs within your program in any respective order, which would actually complete the 2-year assessment rotation. So all of those status reports, the PLO completion summary reports, those are in your Fall 26 CT Day folders. Now, we pulled those reports on January 1st or January 6th of 2026. So if there were updates made after, then they're not going to be reflected in those reports. So this is something that I'm really excited about this year in 2026. 2027, we are starting the PLO assessment cycle over, right? And so then you're going back to what you assessed in 2024, 2025. Okay. And then the idea here is that data that was entered again after that's January 6th of 2026, it's not going to be reflected in your reports, but you do have all of your 2-year reports for the last academic year and the previous academic year. You should be working within your curriculum teams to identify the PLOs that will be assessed in 26-27. And of course, those forms are due, the top portion of the forms as you're opening the loop are going to be due on September 15th. So just to make sure that we're clear, this 2-year rotation in academic year 24-25, you assessed a minimum of 2 PLOs, okay? And you could have done more than that. And then last academic year, AY 25-26, you assessed the remaining PLOs. And then, of course, this academic year, you're starting your 2-year rotation over. And really what that means is you have 2 years to assess all of your PLOs in any respective order that the curriculum team decides. So all of that information is in your Fall 26 CT Day folders. And thank you for all of the work that's been done around this 2-year assessment cycle. Please reach out if you have any questions.
Do we have any questions about this item? Hearing and seeing none so far. Again, with like the last item with this, you come back, go do your thing, come back, confirm that you were able to complete it, or let us know you were unable to complete it and let us know why. That messaging will go directly back to Dr. Laster so that she can help with filling in any gap, providing any additional information or what have you. So providing a response here. Notice on the side of some of the items, there is a red asterisk. It means that the form's not going to let you submit until you've completed those mandatory fields. So this is one of those.
Amy, quick question on that. When you say confirm that you were able to create them, are y'all talking about that the curriculum team main forms were created then so that the individual campuses are ready to copy and make their own subforms? Or are you meaning both the main form and every individual campus has made their forms also?
I defer to Dr. Laster for all of the things that need to be done in order to say it's confirmed complete.
Yeah, this is essentially, that's a really good question. I believe what you're asking, Heather, is that basically when you select confirmed, is it that you've entered the data in the planning tool, right? So when you're selecting confirm, it's essentially that you guys all know what you're assessing and what you're doing. Okay, and that it would be great if you could get this done on CT Day. That's what we're expecting and we're hoping for. However, if you have not, then it's due September 15th. But the confirmation, when I receive that, it's that you understand what you're to be doing for this action item. Does that answer the question, Heather?
Sort of. So we're not confirming that we actually do it. We're confirming that we know we have to do it.
Well, we would like for you to do it, but the date when it's actually due is September 15th.
We can then nuance this question here so that it is more reflective of that they're confirming that they know what to do and either confirm done, confirm working on it,
Yes.
or just saying we're unable to do it for we're unable to actually do anything towards it because of XYZ reason. So we can update these options.
Perfect.
I think that
Thank
would help. Thank you, Amy.
Good. Any other questions on this item? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move to the next. This is an action item. There is action required. It's General Education Curriculum Review Survey. It is for the teams that are listed here. There are a number of teams, but the teams listed here. Your contact for this item is Dr. Jeff Roberts, Executive Director of Institutional Effectiveness. Jeff, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Amy. So the thing that all of those teams have in common is that you all have courses in the core curriculum. We are being asked, Lone Star College is being asked, more specifically, our Board of Trustees is being asked by the state government to conduct a review of our institutional general education curriculum in accordance with the new laws that were passed in the 89th legislative session that have codified into Texas Education Code section 51315. Now, I'm not going to bore y'all with the details of what is exactly in that, other than to say, it authorizes boards of trustees to review the general education curriculum for their institutions. It also authorizes those boards of trustees to empower committees to help them conduct that review, which our board of trustees did back in February. We have a general education review committee that's going to be coming together this fall, consisting of faculty from existing committees related to general education at Lone Star College, to help grease the wheels of that review, to facilitate that process. We are querying the teams that own the current courses in the core curriculum to just give us feedback on essentially why you think your course is great. Is it in alignment with the statutes of Texas Education Code as identified in the survey questions? Do you think that, hey, actually, there's a misalignment here? Is that something that could be revised? Is that something that's like, hey, this course may not need to be part of our general education curriculum? I don't have the answers to that. We want to gain information from y'all. So this is a first blush. We want to help gather some data and some information that we can give to that committee that will then proceed up through the process that will eventually go to the Board of Trustees as a set of recommendations that the Board of Trustees will review and approve at what is hopefully going to be scheduled at the November Board of Trustees meeting, so they can then certify to the state that, in fact, yes, our core curriculum is meeting Texas state law with regard to what it's supposed to be doing with regard to content and deliverables in terms of educating the Texas workforce and giving them the skills they need to be successful. So if you are one of these teams, you have one or more courses that are part of the core curriculum, we're asking that you complete that survey link that is here in the action item for each course that you have in the curriculum. And to help you know which ones those are, in your curriculum team day folders, you will find a file that we've created, and it's an Excel file that has the information that you would need to help you conduct your review. And if you want to go to Art, Amy, that would be all the information you should need to fill out the survey and complete the survey is here in this Excel file, including the course rubric, the course number, course name, the foundational component area in which the course is. It's the course description as per the catalog, the course learning objectives per the catalog, and then if you scroll over to the right, the core learning objectives that the course does or does not address per its location in the foundational component areas. And also if it's one of our workforce general education courses or not. Using this information, we're just asking you to review and answer the questions of the survey. Give us your thoughts, your feedback. If you go, man, this course is doing exactly what it needs to be doing, that's actually what I'm expecting for this. We have good core curriculum, we have good process, we have good methodologies. We're just validating that information in conjunction with what the current Texas Education Code is. You will see that there is some skip logic in the survey.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you click on no on any of those, it gives you a chance to provide some explanation as to why you gave your answer. And that's pretty much the ask with this. We're just asking for y'all's feedback to be able to roll forward in conjunction with the same information that y'all are reviewing to the General Education Committee.
Jeff, if I have this right, then Art is going to be submitting for, if I can count, 1, 2,
I think it's going to be 7.
6,
6 or 7, however many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So because that is the courses that they have within the course. Some teams only have 1 or 2. Some have multiple.
So Art will do it 6 times. Okay.
But yes, do please submit that survey individually for each of the courses. And then we'll compile the information on my side. Questions? And if you have questions day of, I will be there to address those as well.
So once the team has gone and completed the survey for each of their courses, they'll come back to say confirmed, it's done. Or sorry, I was unable to do it, and here's why. Which once this form is submitted, Jeff will get the message directly, and he'll reach out and he'll try to work through whatever challenges may exist with you.
We greatly appreciate the support of the curriculum teams and helping us navigate the mandates of new state law.
Okay. Moving on to the next item, this is going to be, oh, sorry. Were there any other questions? Didn't see any come in. Good. Next item is the 2026-27 program review kickoff. It is information only for the teams that are listed here, only for the teams that are listed here. Contact is Deb Roberts, Director of Academic Program Review. Deb, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, thank you all and good afternoon. I'm Deb Roberts. I serve as the Director for Academic Program Review under Jeff Roberts. This is going to be our first full launch for program review. So we have 21 programs this year that we're going to be working with. So as you can imagine, I cannot make it to 21 teams to do a kickoff. So what we are going to ask of you all is to stay back with us for about an hour. Jeff and I are going to share a bit about how this program review process came to light, our experience through the pilot, what the work that has gone into putting this process together. We will share with you what this process will look like going forward, where you will find your information, and how we will communicate. And then we've also invited Dean Michael Walsh to participate with us too and share some tips for success and some of his experience, because he got to lead 2 of the 5 pilot programs through program review last academic year. So he helped us with the live entertainment technology and also the music programs, and they did a really beautiful job of working through that process. So we are looking forward to getting to know you all and getting to know your programs. Many of you I do know because I've been around with workforce. But bear with me, I am learning the academic transfer programs. And so, but we are excited to embark on this journey with you all. And so I invite you to please participate in that hour session. I hope that we will be able to provide all of the information that will get you set off on a good start. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And Heather Cannon, I see your comment. Yes, this meeting is going to be in the general room before we break out to the individual rooms. So what we're going to ask is that the folks just hang back with us.
Yes. A question, Deb, have you
Yes.
sent an email to each of the teams that are on your list to let them know?
So I sent a note to Dean's Council.
Okay.
Okay. We were still working on our contact list as of last week for the actual faculty members, but the deans should be notified through both VPI and Dean's Council.
Okay. Wonderful.
Do we have any questions?
So how I think that this one works is we have the plenary session and then they hang back and they are attending this kickoff, the information session, and then they're going to go to their room and come back to this form. And when they get here, they're going to say, click, acknowledged. We already did it.
Yeah.
We attended the thing.
Yeah.
Good. I think I might add a button here for acknowledged or did not attend, just to make sure that
Yes.
in case they did not
Yes, if
attend.
we do have any folks that are unable to attend, I will be setting up meetings with the teams anyway, but that will cue me to set up a little extra time with the team so that we can go through that kickoff information.
Good. So if we're not listed here, it does not apply. Correct, Mary. If you're not listed, scrolling up, if you're not one of these teams, it does not apply to you, and you will not see it in your left-hand navigation as you are completing your action items form. Any other questions?
And I know I said I
just-
have 21 programs, and there I just did a quick breeze. It looks like there are 17 listed. Some teams are going to have multiple programs. Don't throw your tomatoes at me.
Yes.
Amy, I don't know if since you guys have the list already, I would recommend that maybe you guys go ahead and notify them because depending on when it's flowing out from Dean's Council or to VPIs through all that, people aren't going to necessarily know. And if they're waiting to build their form until they get in there, they're not going to see that they should have stayed.
Right. Right.
Okay.
I will try to hit
Heather,
them.
I'll send a note. I'll send a note to each of the teams and include the faculty.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, that's a good plug for, we do have as far as we know, the updated curriculum team roster for 2026, 2027. And that is on, pardon all the click in there. That is actually also on the curriculum team SharePoint site. Welcome curriculum team members. Click here for the curriculum team and campus dean by curriculum team roster. It is a Power BI. Y'all love Power BIs. We all love Power BIs. Everything is a Power BI. This is a Power BI, and I think it's terribly clever. It allows you to look at it, slice and dice and all of that. I'm on my smallest screen, so that's not helping you. I like to go to the second tab. You can filter for a particular team. It tells you who's on the team. You could even filter by campus and team. It tells you who the dean
It is super
facilitator
helpful.
is and who the support are from curriculum management. So we picked on accounting. Look, all these people from accounting. Once you vote the chair, we're going to have an indicator here of who the chair is. We've got easy ways to email people, all the stuff. If there's someone missing, we'll also know that too.
Hey, Amy, just a note on this. This version right now is still the 25-26 roster. We've still got a couple of little stragglers coming in on updates. 26-27 should go live on Monday.
Oh, yay.
I
Okay,
believe
thank
if
you.
Anna wants to confirm that, but we talked about it going live on Monday so we could get these last few changes that have come in on the list.
Sounds great. We'll just need to make sure that Deb has that has the information. I know it's a hidden view.
I've been working
Okay.
off of this one.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, back to the form. You've attended, you clicked acknowledged or
Amy,
did
we
not
have
attend.
one more question about
Oh,
program review. Do we know how long the program review kickoff meeting will last? I think that Deb said about an hour. Is that correct?
About an hour.
About an hour for the meeting. Okay.
No more than an hour.
Okay. That was for Jennifer. And then can a link to the curriculum team SharePoint be put on the curriculum team day site link list?
it
We've got
is.
it.
Yeah, it's I don't want to puff myself up too much, but it's been there. Curriculum team intranet, but curriculum team day, curriculum team intranet. So there's a link from the curriculum team site to curriculum team day and vice versa. So we're just going in one big circle. But yes, you can get there. Thank you for asking. Good. Okay. Next item, performance funding. Okay. Christina Todd and Chris Catch, they are the contacts for this item. They are at a coordinating board meeting today. They send a video. They're going to be live on Monday, but sent a video. So I'm fingers crossed this is going to work. It's going to work. Let me make it work. Want to do, why does it look different?
If you hit play, it should give you the full screen option.
Hello, everyone. We in
Okay.
Academic
Do you hear it?
Initiatives and Partnerships have an action item to build
Yes.
awareness about the coordinating board's high demand fields relationship to your programs. To connect programs to labor market data about wages and demand, the coordinating board uses a national crosswalk. We use the same crosswalk in our data work here at Lone Star College. Let me show you the quick review steps for this action item. When you open your Teams folder at Curriculum Team Day, please look at the SIP/SOC crosswalk. It's going to open on a guidance tab, and this has the same quick steps that I'm reviewing now. Let's start by looking at Kuali to find your SIP code for your program. In Kuali, click on Programs in the left navigation, and in the search field at the top, type in a keyword. Click on the program from the resulting list. Scroll down until you see the awards table. It's near the bottom.
You can also use the left-hand navigation.
And on the
Right
right,
hand.
you'll find the award SIP code. Remember this 6-digit code for a few seconds. Now switch back to the SIP/SOC crosswalk file and go to that crosswalk tab on the left. To filter
470604.
down to the program that you're looking for, click on the drop-down menu on the right side of that SIP 2020 code column, and in the search field, type in that SIP code that you just found in Kuali. Click Apply. You now see the list of all occupations aligned to this program. Have your team review them. If they are relevant, then you have achieved the awareness that we are seeking in this action item. However, if they are inaccurate, you might want to discuss whether it's time for a SIP code update. Please consider that SIP codes and SOC codes, which are occupational codes, evolve over time. And if your field has changed significantly since your program was built, then those codes merit review to ensure that your SIP code still reflects the labor market that your graduates are entering. If your team believes a SIP code update is due, discuss that with your curriculum management representative. Now, if you are curious whether your program is considered to be in a high demand field by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, click on the HDF list tab on the right. Using the first 4 digits of the SIP code that you found in Kowali, look for it first in the statewide list on the left. If you find it, then great, your program is considered a high demand field and it is eligible for high demand field funding from the coordinating board. If you do
4706
not
is
find
not.
it in this first statewide column on the left, look in the Gulf Coast column on the right. Sure
It is
enough,
there.
there's this particular program, and that means it is high demand field eligible from the coordinating board. If you don't find it here, don't fret. Please remember that this list changes with each biennium's funding update by the coordinating board. This list is for fiscal years 26-27. This is an FYI action item, meaning that you do not have anything to send back to us. Of course, we will be available at Curriculum Team Day to answer any questions. Please feel free to reach out to Dr. Christopher Tekach, Dr. Michelle Zook, and me, Christina Todd, during Curriculum Team Day, and my contact information is also provided on the Guidance Notes tab in that crosswalk file as well. Best wishes for a great fall 2026 semester.
Hey, that was good. That was actually the first time I watched that. So we're on the form here, and so what she's saying is actually critical to some of your program health. Having the right SIP code, being in a high demand field gives the funding, draws also people to the program because it's connected to jobs within the state. Now, for this item, if you have questions about like how do I pick a good one and what is the impact? What happens when my SIP code falls off of the high demand? When would that happen? And how does the world change at that point? Christina Todd's team are the exact right people to connect with. Now, if it's determined you do need to change your SIP code, curriculum management, your curriculum coordinator, we can help with that. We processed a couple because of the last review, and the coordinating board easily handled that. So we can help with getting things changed, the why behind it, the impact to funding. Christina Todd's team can help with a deeper dive into that. Any questions about this item? She lists it as information only. There is some to look at, and please do look at it. You come back and you'll acknowledge it, and because you've got to acknowledge it. It's a red asterisk. Acknowledged, and then you can go on to the next item. Any questions about this? All right. Hearing none, we're going to go to the next item, which is action item about generative AI and course SLO exploration. There is action required, and all teams are asked to complete this action item. Your contacts will be Dr. John Maynard. He's VPI at Houston North, and Dr. Brandy Harvey, VPI at LSC Montgomery. And I believe we have Dr. Maynard here with us. I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Maynard. Maybe I was wrong. Wait a second. All well. Let me explain because I helped him with putting the information in here. It is kind of simply incorporating some learning outcomes or learning outcome adjacent information into and possibly modifying the current course SLOs. So it's incorporating ethical and proper usage of AI. So that's another way of addressing the concerns that faculty have been expressing. So what they're asking is that you discuss this and explore how you might do this in your course or courses, in a course or courses. So when you have done that discussion or some guiding questions on that, where did your team land? Do you recommend a new standalone SLO for some or all of your courses? Do you recommend modifying existing SLOs within a course or courses? Do you recommend handling through assignments, rubrics, etc., and not necessarily representing it directly in an SLO? Or you're like, this doesn't apply to us at this time, and you'll need to explain why. Or we've discussed it and we need more time before making a recommendation, but you're committing to sending up a follow-up to those VPIs in September. So they're looking to track the responses, and if there was an answer of you need more time, that you're going to be sending that in September. So based on the selection here of where did your team land, you might have some additional questions. So if you pick one of the first three here, you recommend doing something in such a way, you're going to then say, okay, which courses? List the course or courses that you recommend doing this. Then what would have to be true for this to work? So this is more about if it's a curricular or operational barrier. Is it faculty training, tool access and licensing, assessment method, academic integrity policy alignment, dual credit considerations, etc. So what would need to be true in order for this to work? Explain that there. And then there's usually on teams there are opposing views, or not everybody sees exactly the same way. What is the strongest objection or point of disagreement, if any? Just explain that, because it's helpful to surface the, yeah, we can do this, but also here are some things that like what could go wrong. Put that down too. And then you'll confirm that you've done the thing and you can move on. If you answered that it's not applicable, there's a field for explaining why it might be, why you think it's not applicable to your discipline. And then if you've discussed it and you need more time, then you'll provide that detail here. Are there any questions about this item?
We have one question in the chat. If AI has already been incorporated into assignments, would that fall under the not applicable option?
Actually, I would recommend you answer in the ways that it was incorporated. So picking one of the first three options and then explaining that you've already done this. That'll still allow you to surface the what could go wrong, yeah, or what is going wrong, or not exactly as intended. Anything else? Okay, moving on to the next item. This action item is the updated list of academic planning units in Planning Tool. It is informational only, and the academic and workforce credit teams are asked to complete this item. Contact is Dr. Sherelle Laster. Dr. Laster, I turn it back over to you.
Yes. And Amy, can you do me a favor and go back to number 5, PLO assessment?
Yes.
Click back on that. Team, so once you have opened the loop for 26-27, I do want you to go back and review your assessment plans for academic year 24-25 and 25-26. Note we do have our 5th-year report. Dr. Roberts will be sending out more information to you, but we will be pulling assessment plans for those 2 academic years. And so those will be in the 5th-year report. So please make sure that you're looking at your assessment plans for 24-25 and 25-26 for any gaps. I just wanted to kind of make sure I've stated that. Okay. Moving on to the planning tool updates. So I put the link in the chat, and we have made some updates to the anthology. Well, it's now Blackboard planning tool. So the organizational entity tree on academic and workforce has been updated. So we were working really hard over the summer. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe
I don't see what you do.
because
That's my
it's permission based, you would have to.
Yeah.
Do I have the ability to share?
I think you do. Let me see. I'll find your
Oh,
name.
that would be great so that I could just give them that visual. Oh, it's disabled. Well, nevertheless, in the planning tool, you will now see it's disabled, the host.
Try now.
Okay. Let's see here. Oops. All right. Okay. Now let's see here. There we go. Okay, so is everyone able to see my screen? It should be the planning tool. Amy, are you able to see that? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So what we've done on the program learning outcome side, we have essentially made it more easy for you to see your program and the level 1, level 2 certs, especially on the workforce side. So when you come into the planning tool for academic year 26-27, you will see, for example, accounting, and then you see that L1, L2. And so what we're asking you to do when you're creating those PLO assessment forms, make sure that you're using the correct naming convention that because all of your PLOs should be aligned to the L1, L2, or the AAS. And so we have an image for you in your action item folder, but I just want you to know that we have worked really hard over the summer to update the organizational entity tree. So you'll see it'll look a little bit different, and just make sure that you go in and you review your respective areas. So on the academic side, you'll also see those fields of study that we've updated the names there as well. So hopefully that will help you as you're navigating to your program areas so that you can, assess correctly and use the correct naming convention. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
All right. I will start sharing again. Okay. For the planning tool updates, you've gone and done the thing that you need to do. You come back and you acknowledge the item, click save, and then we move on to the next 2 items I think we can cover together. They're both about advisory committees, clicking on it. One's for CE and the other are for credit teams. There is action required. It's all workforce CE and credit teams, and the contact is Deb Roberts, Director of Academic Program Review. Deb, turn it back over to you.
Thank you. All right, so this is probably a very familiar action item for Curriculum Team Day. It's been up, every team has had it for the last few years. And this is just a reminder that we do collect and we do review your advisory committee membership lists and meeting minutes. And we collect them, we keep them on SharePoint, we review them to make sure that they are signed and that they make us audit worthy, right? And so Lone Star College has a requirement for 2 advisory committee meetings every academic year, while the coordinating board does have a requirement for 1 meeting per year. So I have just sent out emails and we had a flurry of responses. And so I think we have received most, if not all, of the minutes from meetings that have been held. But if we do not have yours, please send them my way so that we can close out this last academic year. This is also a reminder that as you progress through this academic year and you're meeting with your industry partners, please use that meeting minutes template, and please share your materials with us throughout the year so that we can stay on top of that and be audit worthy. So if you have questions about advisory committees, I'm happy to talk with you about those. I have a SharePoint site with your reporting materials. You have an advisory committee handbook on there, a minutes template, a membership list template, and some good, FYI information. There's a document on there if you were to be recruiting for new members. I put that together with one of our colleagues at North Harris. But if there is something that you feel would be beneficial to you that we don't have, I'd love to collaborate because we want to share best practices and give as much supporting information as we possibly can.
Deb, it's been drilled into me that minutes and format for minutes is ultra important because of that recent audit and negative findings. So process matters in this case.
Yes, and so so the link is in there for what the coordinating board parameters are. They do want signed minutes, and so that's a shift, right? To ensure that we have signed minutes. They want a recap of old business and action items and things like that. And so I really encourage you all to use that minutes template. That will, help us ensure that we are, meeting their requests, in a very, straightforward format.
Yeah, one of the other things that I know they look for is when especially workforce teams, when you're making decisions about changes in your program, well, was that recommended by your advisory committee?
Yes.
Was it? And give us those minutes with that. Let's make that very prominent on the surface of a proposal that this was recommended by the advisory committee. That'll help with demonstrating compliance with all the things, and also it gives recognition to the work that you're doing with your advisory committees. Very good. Okay, any questions about this? So it's the same, I think. Tell me, Deb, is it the same for the version that the credit teams see? Yes. Great. Exact same there.
I do have
Then
one
click.
question.
All right.
Evan would like to know where to get the minutes template from.
There is in the resources. So I'm on her form, and she provides a bit.ly to the SharePoint site that has that information, and I'm in the advisory committee support area. How do I get back? Went too far. Program advisory committees. So I'm going in there, and then I'm down in the committee supporting materials. So I looked in that. And then there is the committee, advisory committee minutes template that you can click on there. Bookmark, like and subscribe. All the, that's a good question. So then you go and you do the thing, update your lists, come back, confirm. And then we're not doing that. It's the, are we there yet? I don't know why the discussion topics, that should disappear. That's a note to Anna. So you've reached the end of the form. What do? You read more. Now, when you've completed the form, you have all along, you've been recording some of the discussion and decisions in your meeting minutes for your curriculum team. You probably have other business for business as part of your regular business meeting for the curriculum team. You will you'll need to finish the team meeting, and then when that's done, we need to get you to save a copy and attach it here to the form. So it's a required field. We need your draft minutes. Ooh, did I click that? Yes, I did. Pick your PDF. Why do we need it? Why? Why do you need it right away? What we're going to do in curriculum management is we're going to review for any action items, decisions on action items, so that we can help move things forward, because curriculum cycle has begun and you've got a short window to finalize those changes. We need to know all of the changes by September 15, so that everything that comes after that can happen, because it flies fast. So we're going to be reviewing your minutes, looking for decisions, action items, requests, anything that translates to curriculum changes in your programs. And we're going to reach out to you. Your curriculum coordinator is going to reach out to you to say, I saw these things, let's get it started. I need additional information. Let me help with this, and we're going to get it going. And when you're done with all of that, if I clicked all the buttons, I should be able to just click submit. Okay, I got to acknowledge some stuff. And if I click on it, it'll take me right there. Acknowledges. I'm acknowledging. I promise I did it. And then what's the other one? Provide. It's awesome. And dismissing. Now. Yay. It's there. It's going to change actually from draft to in progress. Ooh, I should have shown y'all when we were in this. If we had just, as we were clicking save, it was saving a draft in the document list here. This is a document list. What can you do with that? Okay, let's say, we're going to work on this, and then we're going to go to lunch, because lunch is good. It's going to be some awesome stuff from McAllister's or Sweet Green or Jimmy John's. We're going to go get lunch. We're going to come back, keep working on it. We're going to go to Dr. Rincones' session. We're going to get a sundae from Amy's Ice Cream, and then we're going to come back, and I promise we're going to keep working on it. And then someone says, well, I started this, but I can't fill out all this information. You say, hey, come get the link from this document. Y'all, everybody, get in there to the one that I opened, click on it, open it up, and we can all work on it together. I've submitted it, so we can't. But you can all, in draft mode, you can all collaborate on it. The person who started it needs to be the one to ultimately submit it. But once someone started it, everybody can work on it together. It's awesome. And then you get it submitted. Any questions about that? Any questions about anything that we've talked about today? Feel free to unmute yourself also.
We have one question. When will it allow us, when can they begin working on the document?
Likely the link will be live. This new button up in the top right corner will be live by Tuesday. Should be, because remember we talked about some of the changes we've already discussed today that we're going to make to the form based on these discussions. So we have today and we have Monday, and we're going to finalize any tweaks that need to be made so that it's a good form for everybody. Should be live by Tuesday. You definitely can be working on it on Wednesday. It's going to let you probably work on it, but you can't submit it until curriculum team day. Oh, we still need you to show up. Does that work? Did that answer the question? I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody else? We only lost a few people in the course of this meeting, so I'm going to call it a win. I'll be here all day. But feel free to reach out to your coordinator. Anybody else here that that has an action item, if you want to get some more information about it. We're doing this meeting again on Monday. Feel free to join us again then if you'd like. And after that, we're gonna post up the recording to the curriculum team site. I want to make sure I go to the right tab. I opened all these tabs. It is going to be accessible from curriculum team day. Action items list, all of that in here. You'll be able to access it from the left-hand navigation.
Amy, really
Yes.
stupid question. On the agenda, there's a link to the lunch menu and it goes nowhere.
It's empty, right? That's because
Yeah.
Amy's still finalizing it. I gotta pay
Okay.
the ice cream people before I can lock it in. But I am trying to pay them.
Okay, good. Thank
It will
you.
be there. It's exactly what McAllister's, Jimmy John's, this box lunches, bunch of snacks, chips, and if you're vegan, gluten-free, we have about 50 that lunches will have tickets. We'll set aside so that those who have those dietary needs can still enjoy lunch. Likewise with the dessert, there's also going to be a non-dairy vegan option.
Thank you.
Candace here, I had a question. Is it possible, can we save the, I'm so sorry, hang on one second.
Okay.
Oh, you said that you guys are going to save the gluten-free option for those who need that. How do I like put my name on that list? Who do I contact?
We have, so probably better handled on the day of. We're going to announce the how to do this and who to go see for your ticket. So we'll have 50 tickets and first come, first serve. That way we don't overcommit on those types of lunch options. And you'll know where to go to get the ticket from the person so that at lunchtime, you just show them your ticket and you'll get to pick from the options that are available.
And Amy, I know you know this because you've
Okay,
been working with,
perfect.
oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry, thought Jordan. It's Ellen again. I know you've been working with Benet. And so I looked at the map. I love how you've circled the parking lots that you're probably going to have to park in because keep in mind, we've got classes, we've got a high school, we've got the lifelong learners open house that day. So parking is going to be at a premium. Just be prepared to walk, especially, yeah. So the one right there, the upper one, the little smaller box, lot B, that one's going to probably fill first. I would tell people don't even try to go park by the library. It's always full by 8:30. So
We're getting there at 6:45 and y'all are welcome to join us. We're turning on coffee pots.
no.
I'm not saying I'm parking by the library, but I'm Park.
Well, if you're going to go to SSB, you need to be on the other side of campus because that is quite a haul.
We end over by the library. My feet don't want to do anything
Ah,
at the end of the day.
where are you going to be by the library? What's
In that'll be the help desk areas, that 103.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
also do a virtual help desk, but
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
be
Got it.
seated somewhere. And lunch is going to be lunch and dessert, and Dr. Rakonis' session is going to be at ACAD
Academic 126.
126. Yeah. So I hope I pegged it right on the.
Yeah, and that holds about 120 people, I think. So give or take, maybe less.
But I said we can also eat in there, and hopefully standing room only for Dr. Rincones. I'm excited for what he's going to share. And at minimum, come to meet him.
Yes. So thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Anybody else? That is all I have to share. And again, reach out if you have any questions. We're all available, and look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday at North Harris. I'm going to stop the recording.